It's no longer news that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, and no one can beat him. He's also the wealthiest athlete, with a net worth of $1.7 billion. So, how does Michael Jordan spend all that money? In this video, High Luxury will take you through the life of one of NBA's greatest and finest players, and who knows, you'll be inspired to join the NBA. Before we begin, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on all our fantastic videos. Let's get started. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1963, Michael Jeffrey Jordan attended Emslie A. Laney High School, where he picked an interest in basketball, baseball, and football. During his sophomore year, he tried out for the basketball varsity squad, but was too short to play at that level. He was only 5 feet 11 inches. Despite the rejection, Jordan continued training, becoming the team's top best in the second year. Michael continued training, continuously giving his best shot on the court. At a point, colleges started asking him to come play for them, even when he was still in high school. He accepted a basketball scholarship to North Carolina University and helped his team qualify for the championship. This win gave him a lot of popularity and was the beginning of a beautiful career. After college, Jordan joined the Chicago Bulls professional basketball team from the mid-80s to the mid-90s. In 1984, he played for the U.S. Olympic basketball team that won the gold medal. He also played in the 1992 Summer Olympics in Barcelona, Spain. Michael Jordan has set many outstanding records, like being the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to score more than 3,000 points in a single season. He led Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships and won the award for the most valuable player 5 times. Later, he left to play baseball, but that only lasted for a short time, as Jordan returned to the Chicago Bulls again. His return to Chicago Bulls made them win the championship game against the Seattle Sonics in 1995 and 1996. He left the Bulls in 1998 and finally retired from the sport in 2003. What a career Michael has had. MJ, as people fondly call him, has partnered and worked with several big brands such as Nike, Hanes, Upper Deck, Gatorade, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and so on. His earnings made him one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. The legendary Nike Jordan was born when Jordan started the partnership with Nike, and that footwear generated over $3 billion in revenue annually. Interestingly, Nike founder Phil Knight only signed the NBA Beast for $250,000 annually in 1984. As of 2015, Jordan still benefited from the 1984 deal with Nike, earning about $100 million annually from Nike royalty alone, contributing to his overall annual earnings. According to Forbes, those earnings have appreciated to about $145 million per year since 2015. Jordan raked in up to $100 million during his NBA career, earning about $63 million in his last 2 seasons with the Bulls. The surprising thing is that Jordan's shift from the court to the business sector of the NBA is one of the moves that has made him the richest athlete today. Michael holds a massive stake in the NBA's Charlotte Hornets, which he acquired for about $175 million in 2010. His team, now worth $1 billion, made him a billionaire in 2014, and he owns 97% shares of the company. No one even dares to try Jordan because, in the past, he has sued several businesses and companies for inappropriate association with the Jordan brand, winning millions from the sue settlement and donating it to about 23 charities in Chicago. Michael Jordan also has a stake in Derek Jeter's investment group and owns the Miami Marlins. He has been a part of several investment projects, one of which was a $305 million investment in Dapper Labs, the startup in charge of the virtual trading card platform NBA Top Shot. He has a stake in a Major League Baseball team and has several annual endorsement deals with companies like Hanes, Gatorade, Upper Deck, and, of course, Nike. His first endorsement deal came from a Chevrolet dealer in Chicago at the beginning of his NBA rookie season in 1984. He got a brand new 5.7-liter V8 powered C4 for doing some commercials. The C4 had only been in the showrooms for a few months, but gained popularity because of Jordan. As a businessman, Jordan owns some restaurants, the most popular of which are the 1000 North in Jupiter, Florida, Michael Jordan Steakhouse in Connecticut, Washington, and Michael Jordan Restaurant in Chicago. The NBA legend owns a Nissan dealership in Durham, North Carolina, and the list continues. MJ has also brought his talent to the screen after starring in top movies such as Michael Jordan's Playground and Space Jam, movies that mixed live action with animation. Also, he had the NBA opportunity to star act with cartoon legends such as Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck on screen. You can guess he made millions off of that. This guy has made a lot of money. Now let's find out what he's doing with it. MJ loves to golf. His exclusive golf course Grove XXIII, nicknamed Slaughterhouse 23, is very popular, and it got so because Jordan designed it by himself and for himself. The golf course has expensive, high-quality amenities including a drone that delivers beers, another refreshment meant for the top members of the club. For the love of Florida, Jordan splurged $12.8 million on a property in the city. The luxury mansion has 11 bedrooms, a cinema room, and, as you would have predicted, a full-size basketball court. The estate has many rooms for visitors and employees. It is secluded and surrounded by woodlands. The best fact about this mansion is that it is close to the exclusive Bear Club, a private golf course for famous, rich, and influential figures. Michael Jordan also has a $2.8 million Door Lake mansion in Charlotte, North Carolina, an estate he purchased in 2013. The mansion has everything and best defines a high-level vacation home. In addition, Michael purchased a $7.5 million home in Park City to calm himself and take some time alone. This home has one of the best mountain views, and he sold this mansion later in 2020 for an undisclosed amount. He purchased another $29 million house in Chicago with 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms, a 15-car garage, and an NBA-quality basketball court. The house also includes a patio, a beautiful infinity pool, and a small island for sunbathing. Also, this $29 million house boasts a home cinema, an extensive wine cellar, and a lounge and cigar room in the basement. The Chicago Playboy Mansion has been on the market for more than 10 years, and the asking price is around $13.9 million. Jordan spends approximately $680,000 in property taxes while trying to sell the mansion, and he still pays a team to maintain it. Well, it's no longer news that Jordan is still looking for a home with a garage large enough for all his cars, because a 15-car garage isn't enough for his more than 40 cars. Talking of vehicles, the number this man has will blow your mind. The 5-time NBA MVP used his famous $10 million signing bonus with the Chicago Bulls to acquire a collection of 7 Mercedes and Pontiacs for himself and his family. Jordan loves the Aston Martin brand, and that's why the retractable top Aston Martin DB9 is one of his favorite automobiles. He has a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 edition, which costs up to $625,000. Typical to celebrities, Michael Jordan has his first Ferrari 512 TR, which he purchased around the 90s for a rumored price of $22,000. Among his oldest and most excellent rides is the C4 Corvette, and he designed his private plane with $61.5 million with the Jumpman symbol on the tail. He purchased an $80 million yacht where he and his family can always relax and travel if he does not want to travel by air. To keep the ship running, he pays $840,000 per week. Michael travels overseas with a security team for which he pays $1,000 to $1,500 per hour. MJ lives for luxury. He loves high-quality watches, and his watch collection is ridiculous. They are worth millions of dollars. He has a Uerwerk UR202, which cost $145,000. He also has a $1.1 million Ulysse Nardin Royal Blue Tourbillon watch, made with 48 white and 12 blue diamonds. Also in his watch collection is the limited edition A L'Anchanson Datograph, with a platinum band and sapphires for $90,700. Rolexes are just like regular watches to Jordan. He has a Rolex Daytona in platinum, which costs about $75,000. Michael Jordan loves having fun and playing games, and some of his wristwatches came as a result of gambling. For instance, he rejected a $1 million agreement with Beanie Weenies when he was still worth $5 million, simply because he did not like the brand name. Apart from spending money on himself and his family, Jordan also makes a lot of donations to the community. Recently, he made a $100 million pledge to the Black Lives Matter movement and another $2 million donation to Feeding America. In 2017, Michael Jordan donated $7 million to Novant Health to construct 2 medical facilities in Charlotte, North Carolina, the first of which opened in 2019. Jordan donated close to $2.8 million to Hurricane Florence relief and undisclosed money to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Also, Jordan keeps supporting young basketball players by sponsoring several mentorship programs and giving to sports from time to time. Jordan has had his share of pain and losses, even with his wealth. His Chicago mansion has been on the market for $14 million, far less than he bought it. He also lost $168 million in the divorce settlement with his ex-wife Juanita Banoy in 2006. But $1.7 billion is a lot of money, so Michael Jordan can never be poor. He's made for life.